Conventional wisdom tells us that rail shots are expensive, complicated, and not for, well, the amateur. Well, here at Syrp, they're here to prove that that conventional wisdom is wrong. I'm speaking with Ben, who's going to show us why the Genie and the Genie Mini is your next gear of lust. Ben, what is the Genie?
So yeah, the Genie is a really, really portable solution for motion control, time-lapse, or video. So it's basically this one simple box, and it basically clicks out and clicks into different film equipment. So I can put this onto a slider or a tripod. So if I click it into a slider here, I can now control everything to move along a track for motion control, time-lapse, or video. And then I can just unclick the same unit and put it onto a tripod. And now I'm setting everything up on a tripod to shoot time-lapse or video motion in a panning direction. So it's either for panning motion or linear motion in its sort of simplest form.
What I really like about this is we can see here, this track, this camera is just going back and forth, and it will pan the camera according to an app. So you've got an easy-to-use app that will allow you to set speed. It will allow you to set how many degrees it's going to be spinning. It will even let you determine distance, how far down the track you want it to go. And then I can pop the entire unit off and use it as a time-lapse PTZ. Yeah. What gave you the idea to make this modular design? Because I've seen products like this, but they always lock you in. It's their rail, it's their tripod, it's their camera. You've given us a system that will work with all the gear that I currently own.
Yeah, exactly. So when we built this thing, we really wanted to focus on, you know, what people need to add to their kit. So lots of people already have sliders. Everyone's got a slider. So rather than, you can buy our slider. I mean, we do sliders as well, but you can just buy the Genie and click it into your own slider and then add motion that way. So that's the single axis way that we can add motion, and then we can also put the Genie Mini on top, and then it becomes app controlled. So then everything's wirelessly controlled. We can even link two Genie Minis together to do 3-axis, like this one's doing here, and then everything's controlled on the app for pan, tilt, and track motion.
I really like that part, where I can start with the basic module. I can add a mini if I want to give myself movement in this axis, add another mini if I want to give myself some X action here. Now, tell me, where else are you going to go with this? Because the modular system, the beauty of that kind of a design is you can add on accessories as you go. What's the next big accessory?
Well, the next big accessory is a Slingshot, which is our cable cam product. So yeah, this is a new product for us. I guess when we built the Genie, we had a lot of users building their own systems. Because you can use a Genie on anything, we had users building big, long cable cams, using them on skateboards, using the Genie on literally anything they can build, so a big DIY community. And one of the biggest demands that we had was for a professional cable cam. So we've built our own now. So you can sling this up like up to 100 meters or 300 feet. You could, between buildings, across a lake, like wherever, and go really, really, really long for those super long motion shots. So this is a very unique type of shot that you can get. I'm not aware of really any other company that can do a time-lapse that long. So yeah, it's like a really, really cool shot.
You were telling me earlier that the battery life can be anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, depending on which unit you're using. Now, let's ask the difficult question here. We've got audience members who are going to be wondering where they get one of these and how much they cost. We were just in a booth on the other side of the hall that had a similar rail system that cost about $4,500. If I wanted to get a Genie from Syrp, how much would it set me back?
So the Genie is $789 US. So that includes everything, the panning accessory, the linear accessory, and a cable. So you can literally attach that to any slider or whatever you want for $789. So yeah, pretty cheap. And then you can go, the Mini is $249, and the bracket is $89. So for a full 3-axis motion kit, you're looking at about $1,200 to $1,500.
That's unbelievable. So one of the best features I've seen, and also the lowest price in the hall. Ben, if they wanted to find out more about Syrp, if they wanted to find out more about the Genie Mini, about all of the accessories that you offer, where can they go?
Yeah, so our website's syrp.co.nz, so www.syrp.co.nz.
Thank you again for speaking with us. Thank you for sharing your tech. And folks, the future of pan, tilt, and zoom needs a Genie.